Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Southeastern High School in Augusta, Illinois, as we get ready for the national anthem here tonight. It's going to be performed by the Southeastern Pep Band. So the national anthem. Well, let's just see if Coach Kerr can tell you the starting lineup tonight. Well, cheerleaders are doing their routine they do at the start of every game, and then we'll have the starting lineup for Southeastern. There's the starting lineup for tonight's contest between the Southeastern Suns and the West Prairie Cyclones. West Prairie Cyclone Sports brought to you all season long by McDonough Telephone Cooperative in Colchester. Also are part of MTC Communications, which offers fiber internet to McDonough, Henderson, and Hancock County areas, and Warren areas as well, I believe, in Warren County. And the tip goes to the Cyclones off the bat. Copeland, guarded by Tippy. Into the middle, taken away by Fry. Down the court it goes in a hurry. And the bucket right off the bat for the senior, number 11, James Landon. The Suns lead 2-0. James Landon gets the first bucket of the game in transition, and a travel going to be called on Braden Copeland. Copeland had 18 points in the JV contests off the bench. In case you missed it, the starters are Griffin Tippy, number 0, Owen Rigg, number 3, back last night from concussion, I believe. James Landon, a senior, got to start and got the first bucket. Carter Hitz and Mason Fry, starters for the Suns. There's a 3 on the way by Tippy, and LB Auto Sales three-pointer good for for Griffin Tippy. He's got 3. The Suns lead 5-0. Handoff goes to Cordell. That is Cole Cordell, gives it to Matt Whitman. 6:45 to go in the first quarter. Braden Copeland for 3. A sports corner at 124-3 for Copeland. Tippy got another basket there. There's a shot off. Clayton Hunt with the rebound. And the putback. Owen Rigg drives. His shot's off, no good. 7-5 the score. Fouls on number 30, Cole Cordell. His first. Team's first for the Cyclones. Hop into live chat. Tell us where you're watching from and who you're cheering for. Inbounded to Tippy, and he'll get another bucket. Tippy has 7 already. And we're only 3 minutes into the basketball game. Copeland's pass nearly taken away. It was tipped by Griffin Tippy, but Matt Whitman came to get it. Cordell gets called for the travel. Carter Hitz with it to Tippy. Back to James Landon. 3 on the way by Rigg, off no good. All senior starters except for, as Landon knocked that one away, it'll stay with the Cyclones. Matt Whitman to inbound with 5:21 to go. Annie Riker, thanks for watching. Gracie Arthur's sister here. And that was a throw to a zig, and the receiver was on a zag, and it goes out of bounds. 5:21 to go. And it'll be Suns basketball. Owen Rigg to inbound. Gives it off to Tippy. Tippy's going to try and drive, dumps it down to Hitz. Now to Rigg. 5:10 remaining here in the first quarter. Tippy wants his 9th point. Going to leave that one a little short. It's tipped around right to Fry, though. And Mason Fry is going to get his first 2 of the night. And a timeout is going to be called by the Cyclones. It's a 30-second timeout. It's their first timeout of the game. This game being brought to you tonight by Wrighton Farm Supply, located in the heart of Walnut Grove and in business since 1974. Wrighton Farm Supply can meet all your needs for LP seed, fertilizer, and farm chemicals. Their LP service is unmatched in this area, and as a customer, they'll take good care of you. Give them a call today at 309-772-3121. So it'll be Cyclones basketball trailing at 11-5 here early in the first quarter still. It's not halfway through quarter number 1, 4:54 remaining. Copeland, a little hesitation dribble, and it was blocked right into the hands of Clayton Hunt. He's got 4 points already. Mason Fry got the block, but it went right to Hunt. 11-7. Hits, lost the ball. Ryan Clark steals it away. Cole Cordell with it. Whitman to Copeland. 4:20 left. Cody Copeland, Cole Copeland, excuse me, a step. Cole Cordell, I'll get it right in a second. Too many C's for me in here. Owen Rigg, the three is good for a Sports Corner three, or actually an LB Auto Sales three for Owen Rigg. He's got his first 3 points of the night. That's 14-7. Skipping it out. Mason Fry got a hand on it. Whoa. I call Carter Hits for a foul there. I'm not sure about that, but first one on the Cyclone, or on the Suns. 14-7. Both teams have one foul apiece. That ball is tipped out of bounds by Tippy. It'll stay with the Cyclones. 3:46 remaining. Gets it into Braden Copeland. Copeland down to Ryan Clark, blocked from behind by Mason Fry. And for the second time in a row, the ball goes right off a block from Mason Fry into the hands of Clayton Hunt, who gets an easy bucket from it. Cyclone foul there. Not sure who they called it on, though. They did not. That ball is blocked out of bounds by Copeland. Eli DeCounter is going to check in. Ryan Clark will check out for the Cyclones. Reverse layup for Rigg, off no good. Chance to cut it to a one-possession game here. Copeland gets fouled by Landon James. Or James Landon, excuse me. Looks like Aiden Akers getting ready to check in. As Copeland's going to go to the free throw line. That'll be the Suns' second foul. Both teams will have two. Foul was on James Landon, his first, team second. Free throw for Copeland is good. Braden Copeland's got 4 points. Landon James takes a seat. His team up by 4. Second one, nothing but net as well. 5 points. And a 3-point game. Aiden Akers with it. Kicks it back out to Rigg. Rigg for three, right corner, in and out, no good. Ball tipped around, finally brought down by Hits. He throws it down to Mason Fry. Left-handed layup is good. Mason Fry has 4 points. 2:40 remaining in the first quarter. Hop in the live chat. Tell us where you're watching from and who you're cheering for. Nicole Arthur, thanks for joining us. Clayton Hunt has it knocked away by Fry. And Copeland is going to get called for the foul, I believe. It is on Copeland. Copeland's going to pick up his first. Team's third. Pump fake, Fry goes to the rack, puts a shot up, leaves it short, gets his own rebound, has it stolen away by Whitman, and it'll go back the other way. 2:05 remaining in the first quarter. That ball is stolen away by Akers. The ball tipped out of bounds. It'll stay with the Suns. 1:45 remaining. Griffin Tippy with it. Hayden Akers looks to drive, dumps it to Mason Fry. Tippy for three, right wing, short. And Carter Hitz did a little clear out that time. He may not have earned the first one, but he earned that one. Second foul on Hitz. Third on the Suns. If you haven't shared the link, share the link if you would. Let your friends and family know where you're watching tonight's game from. It's going to, I would imagine, be a good one between two teams that are friends on the football field and foes on the basketball court here tonight. This is a makeup game that was snowed/colded out earlier in the season. So a little bonus basketball here tonight at Southeastern High School. The counter gives it to Cole Cordell. Out of Matt Whitman. 55 seconds remaining. Whitman is going to lose it out of bounds. It'll be Suns basketball. It was tipped by a Sun, but right back to the hands of Whitman, and he wasn't ready to catch it. For once, the referee got a call right. I don't know if he heard me or not. I was trying to give Mr. Sullivan a hard time, but he just chose to ignore me. I'm used to it. Everybody ignores me. Brian Sullivan, one of the best young officials in the business, folks, in Illinois. He's going to, they're going to call a travel. He's going to see his time at the state tournament at some point down the road. I have no doubts about it. He's a good one and going to be a good one for many years to come. He's also the stat guy at the Macomb Western Holiday Tournament. And a foul is going to be called, I believe, on Aiden Akers. It is on Akers. Team's fourth, Akers is first. Sub coming in. James Landon checking back in, going to replace Carter Hitz. .4 seconds remain. Copeland just barely able to save that inbounds and stay out inbounds when he grabbed it. He's going to drive on Rigg, puts the left-handed layup off hard, no good. It's going to come in. He stepped back inbounds and got it. And then Akers is going to knock it out of bounds. 13.9 seconds left. It'll stay with the Cyclones. 16-11. The scoring is kind of slowed a little bit here. In this one, it was pretty rapid early in the quarter. Copeland gives it off to Cole Cordell. 5 seconds. Three, top of the key. No good. Cordell follows his shot, and a foul is going to be called. Two free throws coming for Cole Cordell. Fouls on Owen Rigg. His first. Two free throws for Cole Cordell. He has yet to score tonight. 0.9 seconds remain. First one is off front iron, no good. Sub coming in. Ryan Clark going to replace Clayton Hunt. And also coming in is going to be Andrew Hunt. He's going to replace Eli DeCounter. Second free throw with 0.9 seconds remaining. Good. That's a long 0.9 seconds. Griffin Tippy tried to loft it up from three-quarter court. Couldn't get it to fall. B. Pilger watching from Macomb, cheering for the Cyclones. Thanks for joining us, and we'll take a break. We'll be back on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, as McDonough Telephone Cooperative presents Cyclones Sports here from Southeastern High School. We'll be right back.
After my appointment that day, I just made up my mind that I'm going to have my baby here in Macomb and this hospital, because irrespective of where you're from, who you are, it's just their line of duty to make sure they give care, make you comfortable.
I told them about the staff of MDH. You know, they're all good. You get all the support you need. This is just the best place for you and your family.
Welcome back to Southeastern High School here in Augusta, Illinois, as the Southeastern Suns on senior night playing host to the West Prairie Cyclones. It is quarter number 2 getting ready to start. This game being brought to you in part by Pond Plus. Pond Plus is proud to have served Macomb and the surrounding area for over 20 years, providing cash for most items of value. Pond Plus is the area's largest seller of used items, including firearms. They also provide on-site jewelry repair and are open 9 to 5 Monday through Saturday. They have a great selection of jewelry, electronics, tools, and video games located at 324 West Jackson Street in Macomb between Erico and Taco Bell. Southeastern starts quarter number 2 with the basketball. Rigg stops short on Fry. Now the pass was stolen by Cole Cordell. Whitman has it. We're just underway here in quarter number 2. 16-12 the score. Whitman gets it off to Cole Cordell. A lot of long possessions for West Prairie in this one. They trail by 4. There's a nice backdoor cut. It goes right into the hands off of Rigg into Copeland's hands. And I'll tell you what, that has been the theme of this one so far. Cyclones trail by 4, but it has been all kinds of lucky bounces and good bounces. Mason Fry's had 2 blocks. Both of them went right into the hands of Clayton Hunt for a huge, easy basket. Both times as Copeland gets the bucket there. He's got 7 points. And it's a 2-point game. Tippy's going to try and drive on Whitman. No foul call. A lot of contact. Ball's picked up off the floor. Copeland's going to push it back, and Mason Fry is going to pick up the foul. It'll be his first. Team's first of the quarter. Carter Hitch checking back in. Griffin Tippy checks out. 30-second timeout going to be called by the Suns this time. It'll be their first timeout. Both teams will have 4 timeouts remaining. Game being brought to you by Country Financial Agent Brett Powell. Your farm is your legacy. As a leading farm insurer, Country Financial is here to help protect it. Call Brett Powell, your local Country rep, at 309-652-3889 for a free quote today. The Community News Brief. For all your local news, subscribe to the Community News Brief. They're twice-a-week publication, and also they have the free midweek news brief. Single copies can be purchased at select locations in Bushnell, Colchester, Blandonsville, and of course in Macomb. The 2 weekly publications, or 2 publications each week, can be mailed directly to your home. That's the Community News Brief. Oh, another backdoor cut, and we're tied as Ryan Clark is very good at getting in the backdoor cuts there, and he has done it both in this contest already, and he also did it in the JV contest several times. The backdoor cut is a huge part of what he does. Foul on number 23, Braden Copeland. That's his second. First team foul of the quarter for the Cyclones. Inbound to Hitz. Hitz is going to spin, put the shot up. It's hard off the glass, no good. Whitman will walk it up, under 6 minutes to go now. 5:55 remaining in the first half. Copeland on the drive. Fry cuts him off. He gets it into Hunt. Hunt can't finish. Aiden Akers with the rebound. 16-16 the score. It's a 4-0, make it a 5-0 run here as the end of the first quarter was a free throw. It was 14-7 at one point. I believe 16-9. It'll be a 7-2 run, or 7-0 run. Travel for Cole Cordell. Checking in is going to be Jaron Henry. He'll replace Owen Rigg. Subs coming in as well. Eli DeCounter back in. Cole Cordell is going to take a seat for the Cyclones. So Whitman is a freshman. Copeland is a freshman. DeCounter is a freshman. Clark is a sophomore for the Cyclones. Elliott Auto Sales three-pointer for Aiden Akers. And the Suns retake the lead, 19-16. Clark with it. Dumps it down to counter. Three well off the mark. As the counter stepped on the baseline before he jumped out of bounds. It's essentially a turnover. 19-16 the score. Akers is going to bring it up the floor for the Suns. Tippy and Owen Rigg both out of the game at the moment. That was a travel. Yep, he kind of shuffled the feet as he was coming to a stop. Turnover. Coming in for the Cyclones, going to be number 2, Xavier Hilton. Hilton is a senior. One of the cool things that Southeastern does on their senior night is they do honor the seniors from the other school as well. So they did that for the cheerleaders and the basketball players tonight. There's Clayton Hunt again. And man, he got hammered. As the foul is going to be called, I don't know who they're going to call it on. It should be on 5, and it is. It'll be Jaron Henry's first foul, team's second of the quarter. Free throws coming for Clayton Hunt. He's got 6 points for the Cyclones. First one is good. Two-point game again, 19-17. Second one hard off the back iron, no good. It went off the hands of Henry, right into the hands of Hunt again. Hilton with it. Whitman, 3:50 remaining in the first half. Hilton's going to put the little runner up off, no good. Mason Fry with the rebound. Akers will push it back the other way. And now a foul's going to be called. Going to be on number 10, Matt Whitman. It'll be his first. Team's second. Both teams have 2 fouls now. Tippy and Rigg check back in. James Landon and Jaron Henry take a seat. That ball shot by Akers off, no good. Eli to counter with the rebound. And a chance to tie or take a lead here for the Cyclones with 3:25 remaining in the first half. Copeland's going to drive, gets his way to the basket, a little finger roll up and under. Rebounded to counter. He lost it, put it back up. Rebound now is going to be a jump ball. It's Clayton Hunt and Carter Hitz tie it up. It's going to be possession to the Cyclones. Rigg hard on the foul for Clayton Hunt. He'll be at the free throw line again. Rigg's going to pick up his second foul. Third team foul of the quarter. Clayton Hunt is 1 for 2 from the free throw line. Hits the second one. He's 2 for 4. It's a 1-point game. Offense after about the, 6-minute mark, or actually 2 minutes left. Hunt with a big block on Hitz, but Hitz is going to steal it back. Finally into the hands of Rigg. Now to Tippy. Tippy's going to lose it out of bounds. A little chaotic here. I was saying, and part of it is that kind of play right there, is the two teams have kind of went cold offensively at the same time. It lasted, the heat lasted a little longer for the Cyclones than it did as they got back in the game, but it's been pretty slow going since about 16, 16, I think it was. Since then, it's been really slow going. It was 16. as a steal, and Rigg nearly loses it. Akers now is going to drive to the rack, puts the shot up, off no good, but Hunt's going to pick up the foul. I do believe it is Clayton Hunt, his first, team's third. Aiden Akers going to shoot a couple free throws here with his team up by 1, 2:28 to go in the first quarter. Game brought to you by MTC Communications. Having slow, unreliable internet just doesn't cut it in 2024. MTC Communications offers lightning fast, reliable fiber internet, video, phone service, and camera systems to the McDonough, Henderson, and Hancock County areas. Visit mtc.crowdfiber.com to check your availability. Second one off, no good as well. Both no good for Akers, but he tracks down his own rebound. 2:21 remaining. Tippy, the jumper, off, no good. Rebound tipped out and transitioning for Copeland. Spin move, throws it up, and he's hammered by Aiden Akers. Aiden Akers is going to pick up his second foul. Team foul number 4 for the quarter. And Braden Copeland, who is 2 for 2 from the free throw line, has 7 points, is going to the free throw line. First one, off back iron, no good. Second one, good. He's got 8. Mason Fry checks back in. Aiden Akers is going to take a seat. Checking back in is going to be number 32, Ryan Clark, for the Cyclones. Cole Cordell is going to sit down. Tippy will take it up the floor as we approach the 2-minute mark of quarter number 2. Carter hits, looked at the 3, didn't take it. It's going to give it to Henry instead. 2 minutes remaining here in quarter number 2. Rigg. Fry. We'll push off there, no call. Henry's going to drive, dump it back to Tippy. 1:48 remaining. Jaron Henry dumps it out corner. Mason Fry back to hits, now down low. His turnaround, hits front iron and falls in. Carter hits, gets his first 2 of the night. 1:25 remaining. To counter, lets Henry overplay the pass and drives to the hoop but can't finish on a nice look at a layup. Tippy back the other way. He pulls up from about 10 feet. His jumper's good. Tippy has 9 points. Copeland with it. 54 seconds remain. Nearly a steal. Henry is going to come up with it. Gives it off to Hitz. Hitz is going to go down the length of the floor. Left-handed layup is up and in. Hitz has 4 points in this little rally, and it's up to a 6-point lead for the Suns. 25. It's 19, not 18. Copeland drives, baseline, dumps it down to Hunt. Hunt puts the shot up, hard off the glass and good. Runs the scoring run. He's got 10 points now, does Clayton Hunt. 15 seconds remain here in quarter number 2. Down to Hitz. Out to Fry. Fry's going to drive. Pumped, up and under. Good, counted, and a foul for Mason Fry. Fry will have 6 points and a chance at an old-fashioned three-point play. Foul is on Clayton Hunt, his second. Team's 4th. It really isn't going to matter at this point. 7.4 seconds, I don't think. It could, I guess. Free throw is good by Fry. He's got 7. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Copeland goes right to the rack. It's blocked again by, this time, Henry. And that's how the quarter is going to end, 28-21. A little rally there at the end of the first half gets the Suns out to a nice advantage, a 7-point advantage. As we will let you hear a word in just a minute from our title sponsor, MDH, but the leading scorer for the Suns right now is Griffin Tippy with 9 points, 7 points for Mason Fry. For the Cyclones, 10 points to lead all scorers for Clayton Hunt and 8 points for Braden Copeland. They have 21 altogether. I'm missing 2 somewhere, so we'll take a break. Let you hear a word from McDonough District Hospital. We'll be back in just a few minutes.
Welcome once again, as we're happy. As you know, MDH is our title sponsor here on TSSR Game Time Live, and we're here with Lindsay Douglas, the Director of Physician and Provider Recruitment. I about left out provider out of that. So physician and provider recruitment here at MDH. It's a huge mouthful for me, so explain to us what that is.
Sure. So I am in charge of bringing in candidates for both physician and provider positions here at MDH. So provider meaning anything like nurse practitioner, advanced practice nurse practitioner, physician assistant, things like that. So I source those candidates, bring them in, and try to find the best providers and physicians to provide care at our facility.
So you found a home at MDH. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Where are you from? How long have you been here? Stuff like that.
So I am from Macomb originally. I graduated from Macomb High in 2009, graduated from WIU in 2014, studied communication there, and started my career in politics and worked for a couple different state representatives and state senators. Then found myself in the educational realm for a little while at the Regional Office of Education, and eventually found myself here at MDH. I started here in February of this past year. I started out as patient advocate, and this role opened up, and I'm now in the role of Director of Physician and Provider Recruitment.
Obviously, McDonough District Hospital, very important to Macomb.
Sure.
And it's the communities not only of Macomb, but Bushnell, Colchester, Blandonsville, Industry. You're from here. So what was it that drew you back here and got you to stay here at MDH?
So MDH is like home to me. I am a 4th generation MDH employee. So my great grandma Nancy Weaver was one of the first nurses that they hired when the hospital opened in 1958. My grandma started working here maybe 10 to 15 years after that. She started as a CNA on acute care, and then she worked in peds, and eventually she worked as the unit secretary for home health and hospice, and she retired from that position after being at MDH for a total of 50 years. That's
a long time.
Yeah. My mom is here as an administrative secretary. She's Brian's administrative assistant. And so I'm now here as a 4th generation employee of the hospital. So it was kind of a thing where I always thought I might end up at MDH just because of that family legacy of working in healthcare.
So before we came on camera, I heard a story. You guys were at a speaker recently, and you got to be there with your mom.
Yeah.
Does that make it really special to be a part of MDH, to still have your mom working here?
It's so cool. My mom is down the hall from me. So if I need something in the middle of the day, I can run down the hall and grab her. But it's also just cool to think about like the legacy that leaves in the community, especially being 4th generation and female. I think that's just a really special thing for my family and for this community here.
So as we look at those kind of, you have a personal connection here. How do you use those personal connections when you're out trying to recruit a physician or a provider?
Sure. So I use the story a lot of my office, actually. So I'm in room 318, which was a room for patients at one time, and now they've converted it into an office space. And one of my favorite stories to tell physicians is that my great grandma was sick in the hospital and was in that room, and that's where my grandma was recruited to join MDH. So my grandma had no plans of working in healthcare, but she was taking care of her mom as a sick patient, and the nurse at the time came to her and was like, "You are such a great caretaker. Why are you not a nurse? Why are you not doing this as your full-time occupation?" And so my grandma decided that healthcare would be her lifetime and like 50 years. And so she started working for MDH and was recruited right out of my office. So I just find that to be a really special connection when I'm looking to bring people to this community. Like the recruitment started in this office 50 years ago. And here I am starting a whole new legacy of recruiting people. And I just am so passionate about this community, and I just love living here. I moved back here from Quincy, chose to raise our family here just because we really love Macomb, and we really love being in McDonough County.
So obviously the personal touch, you got the great personal story. You love Macomb. What does MDH offer to the providers and the physicians? What's the sales point for you on the professional level?
So because we're a small rural healthcare organization, your voice is heard here much louder than when you're in a large organization. So when you're in one of those larger hospital systems, you might be one of 15 to 20 providers in a specialty. At MDH, you might be one of 2, you might be one of 1. And so your voice in that medical staff office is going to be the loudest one in the room about your specialty. And that's a really unique situation for a physician to be, the main voice for speaking for pediatrics or for speaking for orthopedics or whatever that specialty is. You're it. You're the guy. You're the one providing the care for the whole community. And you don't get that if you go to a large healthcare organization.
So those bonuses are probably obstacles in some cases as well.
Sure.
So how do you overcome those obstacles?
It really depends on the provider. If someone is really wanting to be in a place where they're just in the background, they don't want to be that main voice, I kind of have to tell them, this is unique. It's a unique community where you're going to go out into Walmart to get your groceries and run into one of your patients, and you're not going to find that everywhere. And that might be scary for you, thinking about, well, I don't want to mess somebody's care up and then run into them and have to explain it to all of Walmart. But it's just, you can also sell that as you're not going to go to Chicago and work somewhere where you're going to run into your patients every day.
Well, Lindsay, I appreciate you coming and talking to us today. Hopefully some people can understand more about MDH and how it's such a family-oriented business and so important to McDonough County and the surrounding area. Keep doing a good job, and maybe your little girl that wanted that 100 chicken nuggets can be the next generation to join MDH.
Exactly.
Well, we'll be back after halftime here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
When my parents told me they'd be using Adam's Experts, I felt a bit replaced. I mean, they always called me to remove their viruses or get their printer connected to Wi-Fi. He even set up their new Roku.
How do I adopt a new son?
But then he taught me a few things. And now, we're like tech brothers.
Adam's Experts. Repair, maintenance, and setup for all your home technology needs.
Welcome back. Here, as you can hear the pep band behind me just a little bit as we are getting ready to go with the second half here from Southeastern High School in Augusta, Illinois. McDonough Telephone Cooperative bringing Cyclone Sports a little bonus coverage for you guys as the Cyclones have made the trip to Augusta to play the Southeastern Suns on senior night. And we see quite a few pep bands through the year. They've gotten smaller and smaller, and this one isn't big, but this is a very good pep band here at Southeastern High School. You heard the rendition of the national anthem a little while ago at the start of this game. You got to give some props to this band, and I'm sure they're missing a few people maybe from the basketball team and so on. So they are a very solid pep band. Obviously puts in a lot of work. They've got a pep band extravaganza coming up March 5th. That is going to be here at Southeastern High School. I think Central's band, Illini West, they said West Prairie, and might be missing another one possibly that was going to be here for that. So it'll be cool. They're all going to play together and have a lot of fun. So that'll be pretty awesome to check out. If you want something to do on March 5th, come hang out for that. Inbound and hits right off the drop. Gets the first bucket of the second half as we are in the third quarter. And an offensive foul going to be called, I believe. It's going to be on Clayton Hunt. That'll be his third. Team's first for the Cyclones here in the second half. Betty Fry. Yeah, Mason had a good finish to the first half. Saw Ramsey, his brother, walk in front of me, I do believe. Hits, throws one up, and Clayton Hunt comes down with the rebound as he left it a little short. 7:20 to go, excuse me. Betty, are you really in Hawaii? That's what I want to know. Is Betty really in Hawaii? That's what she told us in the JV contest. Matt Whitman. Off to Hunt. Now it's Copeland. Nearly got a carry, but kept his hand just enough on top to get away with it. Whitman with it, 6:50 remaining. This is what we saw the Cyclones do a lot in the first half. They were very deliberate in their offense as Copeland puts up a long sports corner three. That thing was from NBA range, and Copeland has 11 points to lead all scorers. In a hurry back the other way. Tippy can't finish. Now Akers had a hand on it and is going to end up with a steal. No, he's not. Copeland's finally going to end up with it, and Hunt very easily could have got his fourth foul right there. Now there's all kinds of contact. Hunt can't finish on a putback. And Owen Rigg had Clayton Hunt on his back, and he's rubbing his shoulder a little bit, stretching it back out. Hits back to Rigg. The hits. He's going to fade away, put one up off, no good. And Mason Fry was there for the rebound. The ball just said, I want to go the other direction. So he couldn't get a hand on it. He was on the offensive right side. The ball went offensive left. Hunt with it out now left side to Matt Whitman. He takes it top of the key. Clark to Copeland. He wanted a three, didn't take it. Way out to the circle that time was Hunt. Now Cole Cordell gives it to Clark, back to Whitman. He's going to drive on hits, kicks it across. Got in the hands of Copeland. Copeland's going to put a little runner up. It's off, no good. Hunt with the rebound. He puts the shot up, and he might have gotten fouled a little or a lot. Down the court it comes to Fry, pump fake, and Fry can't finish, but the ball's going to go right back to him, and he's going to get it up and in finally with a little hop, skip, and a jump. He's got 9 points. It rolled back here somewhere. Sorry about that, bud. I didn't see it roll back here. I'm sorry, Mr. Official. I wasn't paying attention. Mr. Sullivan said that I need better hands as a broadcaster. As Whitman shoots the three, it's off, no good. Rigg takes it away. 4:53 to go. Tippy pushes it back. Akers. Fry down to hits, back out to Fry. 4:45 remaining. Now Akers is going to drive. He puts the shot up. Foul's going to be called. We'll see if it's on 30 or 34. It's on Cole Cordell. That's a good thing for the Cyclones. That'll be his second, but it would have been 4 on Hunt. 2 free throws coming for Aiden Akers. Aiden's got 3 points. He's 0 for 2 from the free throw line, make him 0 for 3. Eli to counter comes in. Clayton Hunt takes a seat. Hunt has been good for the Cyclones today. He's got 10 points, bunch of rebounds, but he's got 3 fouls. There's Aiden's got his first free throw in. He's got 4 points. Suns still without a team foul yet here in quarter number 3. We approach the 4:30 mark. Copeland leans in, puts it up off the glass, no good. Tippy with the rebound. He's going to bring it back in a hurry the other direction. He goes corner, Rigg for 3. It's no good. Copeland's going to push it back now. Up and down we go. And a blocking foul is going to be called on Rigg, I do believe. So that'll be Rigg's third. It is on Rigg. His third, team's first of the quarter. 4:12 to go. Braden Copeland at the free throw line. He is 3 for 4 from the charity stripe here in this one. First one is good. Second one is good as well. He's got 13. Timeout on the floor. charge to the Cyclones. It's a full timeout. It'll be their second called timeout. They'll have 3 remaining. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back right after this on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there is limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
And welcome back to Southeastern High School. Hello, Zoe and Emma. Thanks for watching on your way back home. I appreciate it. 4:12 to go in the third quarter. It's a 33-26 lead for the Cyclone, or for the Suns, excuse me. As the old scoreboard is not working well with me tonight, it seems, as the Cyclones come out in some man pressure here. Tippy breaks it easily as he's guarded by Whitman. Tippy down to Hitz. Hitz is going to drive on to counter. Left-handed shot up and good for Carter Hitz. Zoe and Emma should appreciate that one. Hitz has 6 points. 3 for the Cyclones. 35-29. Foul on 32, Clark. Pick up his first, team's third. That was Copeland who got the 3. There's Fry with a 2. He's got 11 points. Copeland puts up the shot, hits with the rebound. 3:14 remaining. And they're going to call Hitz for the foul. He's going to pick up his third. Carter Hitz with his third foul, second on the Suns of the quarter. Aiden Akers, good defense on the inbound, trying to get it to the counter. There's an outlet pass from Tippy going to Hitz, and a little too high and too hard. Hitz couldn't get up to it. It's a turnover with 3:06 to go here in the third quarter. 37-29, Suns with the lead. But Suns now in a 1-3-1. Copeland, turn around, just outside the free throw line. It was DeCounter coming, trying to save it. It was an air ball. 2:45 to go. They have Copeland for 15. I have him for 16. My points were right at the quarter. So Hitz with the rebound on Fry's miss. He's going to be fouled by DeCounter. Carter Hitz is going to be at the free throw line to shoot 2. DeCounter is going to pick up his first foul, team's 4th. Carter Hitz has 6 points. Make that 8. I missed one earlier. He missed that one. He's got 8 points. I thought maybe after I looked at that I did. Clayton Hunt back in. Cole Cordell takes a seat for the Cyclones. Second one is good. Carter has 9 points in the game now. 38-29. Largest lead of the game for the Suns. Akers with a steal. 2:20 remaining here in the third quarter. Carter Hitz into the lane. Shot off, no good. Oh, foul, bounce back in. They have made a concerted effort to get to Carter Hitz here in the third quarter. He's got 11 points now in the game. And Aiden Akers is going to get called for the foul. That's the third on Aiden Akers now. 3 players for Southeastern with 3 fouls, with 1:57 to go here in quarter number 3. This quarter's been a little slower. Copeland down low to Clark. He can't finish close to the rim. Misses again, and Tippy is there as Fry tipped it out, and now Whitman is going to get called for the foul, and he got the raw end of the stick as after the whistle blew, Tippy kind of gave him a little push. Foul is on Matt Whitman, his second. And Whitman went sliding across the floor. 2 free throws coming for Griffin Tippy. He's got 9 points for the Suns. First one's good. Give him 10. 3 players now in double figures for the Suns. Hilton checks in. Ryan Clark checks out. Second one's short. Fry tips it out to Tippy. Hits now. 2 long. Fry with the rebound. Pump fake, puts it up and in. Mason Fry has 13. Copeland to Clayton Hunt. We knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with the Cyclones. It's a 14-point game, though. The Suns have really opened it up here in quarter number 3. Three from Copeland. No good. An air ball. Aiden Akers out to Tippy with 1:12 remaining. Tippy to Owen Rigg, who goes down to Fry. Back to Rigg. Rigg's going to drive. Tries to get it to Fry. Tippy down to Fry now. Back to Tippy, an inside-out game going on, and Griffin Tippy hits the LB Auto Sales 3. He's got 13. 50 seconds remaining. 1-3-1 zone again for the Suns. Hilton to Copeland. And Rigg is going to pick up his 4th foul. Team's 4th. Henry checks in, Rigg checks out. .7 seconds remaining here in quarter number 3. Tippy hits that one on the inbound. Akers comes down with it, and Braden Copeland's going to pick up the foul. I think. That'll be his 3rd if it is. Oh, they called it on 2? So Akers 2 free throws here. First one's good. That foul was on Hilton. Tippy's 3 didn't show up. It's 48-29 now. Akers hits them both. The ball knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with the Cyclones. James Landon checking back in. He's going to replace Griffin Tippy. Cole Cordell with it. 13 seconds left. Matt Whitman, 6 seconds. Spins. 3.1 seconds left. Foul's going to be called on James Landon. It's his second. 2 free throws coming for Matt Whitman. Whitman hits the first. Misses the second. Akers has it. He's going to do a three-quarter court shot. It's close, but he's going to miss, and that'll be the end of the third quarter. I'll get it for you. Give me just a second here.
I chose the MDH OBGYN group because I've heard wonderful things about Dr. Smith. And upon entering the office, I really got along with everybody and got a warm feeling. The staff is warm and inviting and welcoming. It's a small community, so it's a really nice hospital to have here in the rural area. I continue to choose MDH because of the relationships I have. I really enjoy everybody here.
I would have to say that is the most rewarding part of what I do, making a difference in people's lives, taking care of the women from puberty on through postmenopausal stages and seeing them go through the phases and stages of life.
And welcome back here to Southeastern High School in Augusta, Illinois. Fourth quarter action coming your way. As the Suns blew the game open in quarter number 3. They lead by 18 going into the final 8 minutes. It'll be Cyclones basketball as we head to the fourth quarter. Hunt's going to drive. He loses it, but he's going to be fouled, I think, by Hitz. It is on Carter Hitz. That'll be his fourth. So Owen Rigg and Carter Hitz both have 4 fouls for the Suns. First of the quarter. Griffin Tippie getting ready to come back in. Cole Cordell, Braden Copeland. 7:40 left in the fourth quarter. James Landon has played quite a bit and played pretty well. He's got the first basket of the game for the Suns. Copeland's going to drive, puts the reverse layup up, off no good. Akers with the rebound. Clayton Hunt ties him up, but it's going to be a jump ball possession to the Suns. Owen Rigg and Griffin Tippie check back in. Akers and Hitz take a seat. So for the Suns, it's Tippie, Henry, Landon, Fry, and Rigg on the floor. For the Cyclones, it's Copeland, who gets the steal right there. He's going to go back the other way and put this shot up. It rolled off. Henry gets the rebound. So it is Copeland, Whitman, Hunt of the Clayton variety, Cole Cordell, and Eli DeCounter on the floor. And a left-handed nice pass from Rigg to Mason Fry, and Fry is up to 15 points. Whitman with it now, 6:35 to go. A little hesitation. Cole Cordell gives it to Eli DeCounter. His turnaround over Fry, off no good. Fry with a rebound. 6:22 to go. Tippie threw it a little behind James Landon, out of bounds. It'll be like James Landon has a bloody nose. He tried to get somebody's attention. The coaches got it, but the referee didn't see it. Going to look for blood on the floor. Take a few seconds to look. They do have some blood over here where he got hit. So they have protocol to clean up blood. One little drop, it looks like, is all there was. As they look for more drops of blood. They're finding little drops around now. All the kids on the bench are pointing directions now. Looks like we're about done with that. Quincy Medical Group trainer is the hero at the moment. 6:10 to go, 20-point lead for the Suns. They have just ran away here in the third quarter, early fourth quarter. Copeland going to spin move, put the shot up, off no good, foul's called. 2 free throws coming. Foul's going to be on number 5, Jaron Henry. That'll be his second. Team's second. Braden Copeland at the free throw line. Got him for 16 points and 2 fouls. Or 3 fouls. They got him for 2 points, or 15 points and 2 fouls. Carter Hitch checks back in. Copeland misses the first free throw. He is 5 of 7 currently. Hitz comes in. Tippy comes out. Second one is good. He's got 17. Jaron Henry for 3. Short. Rebound to Akers. He gives it to Rigg. Back to Akers. 5:40 remaining in the basketball game. Down to Hitz. Hitz puts the shot up. It's off, no good. Gets his own rebound. Going to kick it out to Rigg. Rigg goes to the rack. His shot's off, no good. Rebound by Fry. Clayton Hunt and Mason Fry laughing, and Clayton Hunt's like, you got to be kidding me right now. That's 4 on Clayton Hunt. Hilton coming in. Cole Cordell is going to take a seat. Inbounded to Fry. Wanted to get it to Hitz. Stolen away, finally picked up by Hilton, and back the other way it goes. Whitman with it. 5:10 remaining. 19-point lead for the Suns. Copeland's going to try to cut it to 16. He will with a Sports Corner 3. Copeland has 20. Aiden Akers runs to the rack. Layup up and in. Akers is up to 8 points. DeCounter for 3, right corner. A Sports Corner 3 for Eli DeCounter. 30-second timeout's going to be called by the Cyclones. They'll be down to 2 timeouts remaining. DeCounter gets 3. That's his first points of the game. And it's 52-37, down to a 15-point game. This game being brought to you by Adams Experts. Looking for top-notch local computer sales and repair services? Call Adams Experts in Quincy at 217-214-3423 for fast, friendly, and affordable assistance. We make technology work. That's Adams Experts, your go-to when your computer goes down. And Ron Albee Auto Sales with locations in Macomb and Augusta, With 80 years of car sales experience, Ron Elby Auto Sales is a steal by Hilton. He's going to dump it out to Copeland. We'll get back to the Ron Elby Auto Sales read. Hunt has his shot blocked by Akers. 4:20 remaining in the basketball game. Akers going to go around Copeland, dumps it down to Fry. Up top, Henry. Henry's going to drive. He'll get the layup off, no good, but he's going to be fouled. That might be 5 on Clayton Hunt. That's who they call it on. It is on Clayton Hunt. That'll be his 5th. Well, they got him for 4. That's 5. Free throws off, no good. Clayton Hunt's got to come out. Henry's shot's no good. He fouled out. Clayton Hunt fouled out. Andrew Hunt's going to come in for Clayton. It's 5 fouls for Clayton Hunt. James Landon going to get ready to check back in. He's going to replace Aiden Akers with 4:01 to go. Second one's off, no good as well. And Owen Rigg is going to foul out of the ball game. He gets his 5th. Three fouls for the Suns, 2 for the Cyclones. Aiden Akers comes back in. Henry sits down. They've only got 4 players out there, don't they? No, there's 5th. Carter Hitz was hidden behind Andrew Hunt. To counter with it, gives it to Whitman. 3:42 remaining. Hilton's going to drive on Landon, kicks it across to Copeland. One step inside the three-point line. Shot off, no good. Hunt with the rebound. Hitz, swipes it away, and Hunt travels with it. 3:30 remaining. Cyclones come up in some man pressure here in a full court set. Tippy to Hitz. Hitz is going to drive, pump fake, puts a shot up, off, no good. Akers jumped a little too early. It hung on a rim too long for him. Copeland pushes it back the other way. That pass is ill-advised. Tippy kicks it, playing a little soccer coming down the floor. Now Hunt comes through and steals an inbound pass from Tippy to Hitz. And this is kind of what it looked like at one point in the third quarter, kind of craziness. That was a 2 for Eli to counter. Counter's got 5 all here in the fourth quarter. 2:50 remaining. It's down to a 13-point game. Tippy with it. 2:40 remaining. Tippy goes to the rack and finishes. He's got 15 points now. Hunt to Copeland, 2:20. To Eli to counter. Back to Copeland. Aiden Akers is going to pick up the foul. That'll be his 4th. 2:12 remaining. It's the team's 4th as well. Cyclones being a bonus the rest of the way. Hilton with it, gives it to Copeland. Mason Fry hits that pass, knocks it away, but the counter's able to gather it back up. 2 minutes remaining. Copeland turnaround jumper off, no good. Ball tipped around into the hands of Fry. Fry goes to Tippy. Tippy high up on the glass and in. Tippy gets another one on a nice look by Fry. Tippy's got 17. Andrew Hunt lays one up, can't finish. Carter hits with the rebound. 1:35 remaining. Tippy puts a shot up off, no good. Ball tipped around right into the hand of Copeland. He pushes it back the other way with 1:25 remaining. And a foul is going to be called on Aiden Akers, and that'll be his 5th. Aiden Akers fouls out. And free throws coming for Braden Copeland. He's got 20 points as Braden Copeland. He's 7 of 8 from the free throw line. First one's good. Subs coming in now for the Suns. Gunnar Walker, number 14, number 22, Tristan Hester. Mason Fry and Carter Hitz checking out. As Ramsey behind the bench there, giving him a high five. Second one off, no good. Hester with the rebound for the Suns. Tippy, 1:14 remaining. Going to call it off of a Cyclone player out of bounds. Subs coming in now, Carson Kerr and Owen Northern checking in for the Suns as Tippy and James Landon take a seat. Cole Cordell with the steal, 1:07 remaining. Cole Cordell's going to try to answer with a three, and he'll get it. A Sports Corner three for Cole Cordell. He's got 4 points. 53 seconds remaining. Andrew Hunt tried to get a steal on Jaron Henry there, couldn't do it. Going to get it to Walker, now to Kerr. 45 seconds left. He goes out to Owen Northern. 40 seconds remaining. Henry lost his dribble. He's got to find somewhere to go with the basketball. It's tipped away. It's going to stay with the Suns with 33.5 seconds remaining. Inbounded. Ball tipped away. Copeland can't hold on to it. It goes out of bounds. It'll be back to the Suns with 27.2 seconds left. Gunnar Walker with it. 23 seconds. He has it swiped away by Hilton. Back and forth we go. It's kind of like watching a tennis match. Hunt lays one up. It's off, no good. Foul's going to be called. It might be on Henry. No, it's going to be on Northern. Oh, and Northern gets his name in the scorebook with the foul. And 2 free throws coming for Andrew Hunt. He has not scored tonight, does not have a foul, so he hits the first one. Subs coming in for the Cyclones. Number 13 is James Reynolds. Number 5 is Caden Little. Number 43, I don't have on my roster. Second one is good for Hunt as well. He's got 2 points now. 56-45. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. And that's how this one's going to end. Suns win on senior night, 56-45. We'll take a break as at least one player on each team, 2 on the Suns fouled out of this one. It was a little bit longer than I anticipated it going. We'll take a break, and we'll be back here with some stats in just a few minutes on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
It was the community that really drew me back to Macomb. I'm from a small community, and I'm from a farm family, and ultimately I always wanted to practice in a place like that, and I felt that I had the ability to connect to people who with a similar background from me, and the fact that the staff members at the hospital and the support, all the support staff at the hospital was also focused with the goal of patient care. It felt like it just all came hammered at home for me.
When my parents told me they'd be using Adam's experts, I felt a bit replaced. I mean, they always called me to remove their viruses or get their printer connected to Wi-Fi. He even set up their new Roku.
How do I adopt a new son?
But then he taught me a few things. And now, we're like tech brothers.
Adam's Experts. Repair, maintenance, and setup for all your home technology needs.
Minimally invasive surgery offers a variety of benefits to the patient. We are now able to offer patients a variety of operations with small incisions rather than big open incisions. The surgeries that we can do now, minimally invasive, include bariatrics, hernia repair, colorectal surgeries, faster recovery, smaller incisions, faster time back to work.
Welcome back to Southeastern High School. Final 56-45. Suns get the win. I want to thank Pastor Tom Spain for watching from Plymouth. Thank you for the kind words, and it was a good win for Southeastern. The cool thing was, I went to break a little too soon. All the hugs and laughs and high fives and stuff that were in the handshake line as the two teams went through. You know, there's some pretty good camaraderie being built on the football field between these two schools, and it was obvious and apparent during the game and as well, especially in the handshake line at the end of the game. So we'll look at some leading scorers. A game-high 21 points from Braden Copeland in the loss. He was 8 of 10 from the free throw line. Andrew Hunt finished with 2 points. He was 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Matt Whitman had 1 point. He was 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Cole Cordell had 4 points. He was 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Clayton Hunt had 10 points. They were all in the first half, though. He was 2 of 4 from the free throw line. Ryan Clark had 2 points. Eli DeCounter had 5 points. They were all in the fourth quarter. And for the Southeastern Suns, led by Griffin Tippie, who finished with 17 points. They had 3 players in double figures. 15 points for Mason Fry, 11 points for Carter Hitz, and Carter became a concerted point of emphasis for the Suns in the second half, especially in the third quarter when they kind of blew things open. Carter Hitz played a huge role in that, using his size down low to finish with 11 points. He's 1 of 2 from a charity stripe. 3 points for Owen Rigg. Jaron Henry was 0 for 2 from the free throw line, did not score. 2 points for James Landon, the other senior who scored the first points of the game, and 8 points for Aiden Akers. Owen Rigg and Aiden Akers fouled out for the Suns, and Clayton Hunt fouled out for the Cyclones. I don't believe we're going to get anybody to come up and talk tonight, so we're going to call it quits from Southeastern High School. Once again, final score, Southeastern 56, West Prairie 45. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week here as Southeastern hosts the regional. We'll be here for that. We'll talk to you again very soon.